Hey everybody, I'm hoping this is coming to you okay. I've had all sorts of issues trying to get online here at the coast, but that's what happens when you're on holidays. So I don't know if you can see, but I've got a new hair colour. So it's you could say it's Garfield orange. No, I love it. It's nice and bright, and it's great for holidays here in Queensland. So, hey, nothing like a change. So, welcome to the Flawsome show. And today I'm talking once again about my foray into having my outside look like my insides. Because as I spoke last week, I'm pretty fabulous on the inside. I've done a lot of internal work and I love who I am. But the outside just doesn't reflect that. And a lot of it is to do with shit in my head. A lot of it is to do with all sort of preconceived ideas I've got about being what I shouldn't eat and all the rest of it. So, so today I wanted to talk about what have I learnt in the last week. Okay, so last week I spoke about a dream board or a vision board, and I have mine ready to go and I will share it. I just haven't done it yet, I apologise. But the thing that I really keep in my mind all of the time is this vision of myself as this elegant 80-year-old woman who's healthy. She's, I'm not perfect. I'm 80. I'm wrinkled. There's flabby bits. There's all the rest of it. But I'm healthy and I'm smiling. And that's the thing that I really, really love, is the fact that I'm actually happy. And everything that goes along with that. And I was reminded this week, just by doing what I do, I was reminded that I'd had a dream about 6, 7, 8 months ago where I was on Richard Branson's island. And I was on his island and I was walking towards my accommodation, and I was on my own and I felt really comfortable, really relaxed. I was feeling fit and healthy because I could walk easily. And but I noticed that the accommodation and the plants and everything were different to what I'd seen as images about Richard's Island. And, of course, they've had a cyclone recently, haven't they? Or a big storm, or whatever they call it in the US. And so all of that is going to change because he lost a lot of the plants and he lost a lot of parts of the property. So it'll be really interesting to see how that comes about. But the thing that reminded me, that I was reminded in that particular thing, was that I was an older lady. I was very comfortable in my skin, and I was paying attention to these 20-somethings who were guiding me and showing me where to go and what to do. And I was looking at them thinking, gosh, you've got so much to learn. And I was thinking, isn't that fabulous? I've got so much to teach you. And geez, I'd love to sit down and have a coffee with you. I hope I get that opportunity while I'm here. So that was really what came to mind. So for me, that reminder of that dream was fabulous, because it got me really into that whole thing of what do I want to be when I'm 80. And I've hung on to that this week because there've been some great things that have happened this week. Number one, sorry, itchy nose. Number one, I'm here in Queensland, so I had to get the summer gear out. I had to get the whole, oops, sorry, my screen's doing something funny. I had to get the long, because I tend to wear 3/4 long sort of short things, and I had to get them out, and I'm dreading putting them on, thinking they're going to be so tight. I put on weight, they're going to be so tight, I don't want to do this is going to be awful. And then I waited till the very last minute as I was getting ready yesterday, and I put them on, and I thought, I'm going to have to put a belt on. I'm going to have to put a belt on because otherwise they're going to fall off me. Now, I'm not talking fall off you as in slide off your hips, but they were loose and they would have been uncomfortable getting in and out of airports and all the rest of it. So I put a belt on. and I felt pretty damn good. But do you know what happened? I immediately went to the negative. I immediately went, oh, but I should have lost more weight. I shouldn't have had those 6 Maltesers. I shouldn't have, done this, that, and I didn't do enough exercise, and I only did my weights once this week instead of twice. And then I caught myself and I thought, hang on a minute, what about all the stuff I have done? What about all of the things that I do and I'm incorporating in regularly, like looking for the healthier options? So here's an example and a great thing that I've incorporated into my diet, and it'll be something that I'm pretty sure a lot of people can use. You can actually get wraps from Woolies, and I think they're called Mountain View wraps. They've got a little mountain on them anyway, and they have all sorts. They've got like wheat free, they've got rice ones, all different types, but they've got the least amount of preservatives. I went and checked a lot, so they're the ones I've found. Now what I actually put in them is I put some greens, so lettuce, or just one of those green packs that you get from Woolies. And I found, which is fabulous, is like a coleslaw without the sauce. So it's all shredded. I don't even have to shred the stuff, because I was concerned if I have to sit there and cut up fine strips of stuff for the coleslaw, I'm never going to eat it. So it was $2 a packet at Woolies, or a small packet. It lasted me the whole week. So I put some lettuce, or some greens, and I put some coleslaw mix in it, which is basically beetroot, cabbage, and carrot and something else. And then I cut up a really tiny bit of meat. So whether it was chicken left over, one slice of roast lamb, or whatever. And then this is the key. This is the thing that I've found from Light and Easy, is that you get like that much, right, 20-cent piece worth of sauce. Only 20 cents, right? Not a capful. 20-cent piece, sort of round size, or a teaspoon worth, a heaped teaspoon worth of sauce. And so I went and got a yogurt sauce, and I got a mustard sauce, and I tell you, I swear to God, it makes it, because you're adding taste, you're adding flavor, and the flavor is what's doing it for me. So instead of before, what I used to do is cut out everything and just eat really bland things, this time I'm adding flavor, and I'm looking for the sauces that are a little bit healthier, but I'm not going overboard. I'm absolutely not going overboard. So, and I'm allowing myself that. And so when I wrap it all up, and it ends up sort of fitting in my hand, like a little pocket, and I eat it like, looks like an envelope by the time I'm finished. I don't go overboard. It's not spilling out. So it's a nice small portion, but by the time I finish eating that, my God, I'm so satisfied. And if I'm hungry afterwards, then I've decided to I either have an apple, because I love apples, or I have a few nuts or something like that, and that is really filling me up. And a drink. Now, I'm not a big water person, so what I got for Christmas, which I've been wanting for ages, is one of those, what do you call them, where you put the fizzy water in them. I can't think, someone might know, shoot it up as a comment. I can't think of the name of it. Anyway, it just carbonates the water, and because it carbonates the water, it's fizzy, and I like it, and it makes me feel like I'm having a soft drink. But it's just water with bubbles. There's nothing else in it, and so it's fabulous. And like, you can add a little bit of lemon if you want. Sometimes I do add a little bit of cordial, but not much, because you don't need, I don't know, I'm finding I don't need it as much. So that's worked brilliantly for me this week. And the second thing with the diet that I will say is I'm upping the veggies. So, and with the veggies, again, I'm adding a little bit of either salt or pepper or a herb or a little sauce, again, 20-cent piece size, just mixing it through to give it a little bit of flavor. And I swear to God, it makes such a world of difference. So you can have like boiled chicken, you can have an egg, right, whatever. And eggs, fabulous. Boiled egg, best stomach filler ever. So if I'm really, really hungry and I'm dying for something, I have, pardon me, half a glass of water or a glass of water and an egg. Oh, works a treat. So try that. The other thing that I really wanted to share with everybody this week was when you get and you don't want to go out, you don't want to do your exercise and you're resisting, right? Because you resist it. And it's fear. It is absolute fear, because I'm finding that it's like, well, what do I do if I change, right? And I was saying before about how I had to put a belt on my pants. Well, I'm 49 in a couple of weeks, and so when I lose weight, I notice the flab, and so it's like, well, I'm going to get flabby. Well, okay, and I'm not going to like that, right? But okay, Toni-Maree, you have to make a decision. Are you going to be okay with a bit of flab? And let's face it, over time, my body will tighten the skin a bit and it will look much better, right? It will. It happens. It won't be perfect, but I'm not looking for perfection. I'm looking to be healthy. So I had to really focus on the positives, okay? Because my mind went to town on the negatives. It went absolutely crazy. So it was really important for me to focus on the positives. So I went, okay, if I've tightened my belt, then that means that all of that fat that was around my middle has actually left my heart as well. And okay, I might, have a few more wrinkles, because look, my face is getting slimmer. I may have a few more wrinkles, but they're smile lines. So it's focusing on not the bad aspects, it's the good. Because, and this is something that I teach people in coaching, is our mind always goes to the negative, and there's a great reason for that, and it is to keep us safe and alive, and it goes back to cave person days. And I know this stuff, right? So, but it's really important to remember that your brain's going to do that. And it's super important to remind yourself that you're allowed, give yourself permission to be positive and to focus on what you want. So that's where that whole vision board, that vision of myself at 80 being healthy, walking on Richard Branson's island, was super, super important and super effective, because it gave me something to latch on to. Because I've got a great imagination, so I can almost see myself doing it. But you might want to have a song, or you might want to have a mantra, or you might, whatever it is that works for you, that keeps you motivated, use it and keep using it and keep using it. So that's worked beautifully for me. The last thing I wanted to talk about was the book. Now, I've had a look, and about 256 pages, if you have a look at about the number of words on a page. A book sort of this size is, with 256 pages, is about 6,000 words. So I thought, and I've been using an app which allows you to talk to yourself, and then it converts what you say into text, and then you can email that to yourself. And then, so what I did was I emailed everything that I'd recorded, and I put it all in one Word document. I didn't edit a thing, I just put it all in there, and I had 6,100 and something words. And I went, oh my God, I've got a book. And I hadn't even finished talking about everything I wanted to talk about. So that was like, oh my God, that wasn't as hard as I thought. Now I'm going back through and I'm putting it into like a manuscript type format, and just using Word, and they've got a format there, and I'm just using that. And I'm going through, and it comes out to be like A4 pages. It comes out to be something like 20 pages, 30 pages, and I'm going, seriously? And it's like, yeah, because they cut it down and, and fit it into a smaller shape. And I thought, oh my gosh, this is not as hard as I thought it was going to be. So while I'm here at the coast, when I've got time to myself, I've got my computer, and I'm just going through and I'm editing what I've already done, right? Fixing up words, all the rest of it. So I've already written my introduction about why I've I've written this book. And it is just, and because I've done that first, it's made me really enthusiastic to keep going. Now, I know I'm going to have to add bits, take away bits, you know, it's got to be edited, it's got to be go through the publishing thing, all the rest of it. But because I actually put it all together in one spot, I went, you know what, I want to publish this myself. I do not want to go through a big publishing company. I want to do this myself. And I know it's probably not going to be a worldwide success. You know, very few people get that. But it made me feel really good about myself. And that really, really, really helped me to keep going with the exercise and with the eating. Even though I didn't do everything that I wanted to do, or I thought I should, negative. So what I did was I actually used the book to help me as well. So the 3 things I learnt this year is this week: 1, portion size and the diet. So portion size and having a wrap at lunchtime with, you know, a 20-cent piece of sauce works fabulously. More veggies at night time, so that my plate is at least half veggies, 3/4 veggies, super duper duper filling and fabulous. And an egg, super filling if you're hungry, if you like eggs. The second thing that I learned is that it's really important to have that visualization, to have something that I can latch onto as substantial that I want to be, so that when my mind goes, oh, well, okay, you've lost a bit of weight, you're getting a few more wrinkles, a bit flabbier, it's like, well, you know what, that's not important. What's important is my heart is getting healthier because the fat's no longer around it, and I'm going to be that 80-year-old fabulous woman walking on Richard Branson's island. Mind you, I'm going to hopefully do it before I'm 80, but that's a whole other story. So that was the second thing, that visualization, that vision board, the mantras, whatever you want to use, the music, whatever rocks your boat, go for it. And then the third thing is something that you're doing in your life that you really like. Like, I actually liked talking the book out and having this thing write it for me. It was kind of magical. And because I had something in my life that was not diet and not exercise focused, I had an extra thing to think about. So when my mind went negative, I could think about something else that I'd done that was positive and feel a bit proud about myself, and just hi Denise, and just be really, you know, positive about it, and allow that to help me get through the times where, you know, it was tough. It was really tough, and getting down on myself for not exercising was a big one. So that's it from me today. Please share this around. The whole idea of this video of Flawsome show is for me to share my ups and downs and to show everybody that in 12 months you can turn your life around when it comes to diet and exercise. You get the good, the bad, the ugly, you get it all. And I'm trying to sort of tell you what works for me, what doesn't work for me, and hopefully it'll help somebody else who's going through a similar journey. So I tried some technology this week called Be Live. Couldn't get it working here from the coast because it just didn't have the Wi-Fi, but hopefully next week that will work, because what I'd really love to do next week is invite my personal trainer Cherie along, and with Cherie, I can actually get her to talk you through some of the stuff that she has found with the women that she works with and the men she works with. So I'm going to be having some experts, and Cherie's the first one I'm going to have on board to talk to you in whatever terms she feels is the most important when you're starting out. And I will also once again share what's happened for me for the week, and yeah, and it's going to be magic. Now, I will still be on the Gold Coast. Actually, I'm going to be at the Gold Coast next Monday. So if I can't get the internet working, then we might have to change things a bit. So just bear with me for the next couple of weeks till I get home. And thank you for watching. Please share this around to your friends and your family and anyone else who you think is going to enjoy this. Check out my YouTube channel, Toni-Maree Hannan. It will all be there as well. And so if you don't catch me live, you can catch the recording there, also on my Facebook page, and I'll put a link up on the website too. Okay, folks, have an awesome, awesome day. I know I will, and I look forward to seeing you again next Monday at 10 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, where I will once again talk to you about everything Flawsome. And Flawsome is flawed. I am a flawed human being, but you know what? I know inside I'm friggin' awesome. So I'm Flawsome. Okay, everyone, stay awesome. See you next week. Bye.